and welcome to the Movie and TV Talk segment. We've got two things to talk about here. Those are going to be the Netflix Fullmetal Alchemist movie and the Netflix Bleach movie. So I will start with the Netflix Fullmetal Alchemist movie first. So the Fullmetal Alchemist movie was just an alright movie, but it was miles better than Netflix's Death Note movie, which isn't hard to outdo. The movie was entertaining to me, the action was pretty cool at times, and the effects weren't too bad, for the most part anyway. The costuming was done well, and I don't know if the armor for Al was CG with performance capture or costume, but it looked pretty good. Also, after looking at some effects reels from the movie, it was all CG. The creatures all looked fairly good, and this just makes... I'm just going to make this short and say that the visual effects were done well enough, but obviously since it's a Netflix movie, it's not very good compared to bigger budget movies. As the channel Mother's Basement says, it's like a 90s era's CGI. Now, let's get to the things that could have been done better. Obviously, everything that's covered here is a condensed version of the events that happened in the anime/manga. This is the cause of most of the problem. Right off the start, the death of Elric's mom is just like she collapses outside and then she's dead. I'm pretty sure that's not how it was in the anime. Here, I'm going to give the overall reason with all the wrong things, and that's because of condensing, that they stuff as many of the most prominent moments from the anime/manga as they can, and it doesn't have the same effect those moments are supposed to have. The religious guy with the fake philosopher's stone was not nearly as important as it was in the anime, nor was his character done right at all. He's not the type that should be running through the back streets of a town taking hostages. In the anime, he was in front of his followers, making them believe in the lies he was spreading. The characters are really what suffered in the movie. No one really got any development at all, and the only moment where Ed and Al fight because Al is having his crisis about whether or not his memories are real or not, that's all the character development any of the characters receive. Ed is supposed to be really smart, but like in the movie he's basically told where to go rather than him figuring it out on his own, like in the anime. Lust did nothing for what she's named for. She just shows up and kills people. They didn't show any of her relationships with other characters or being lustful towards any of them, like she does in the anime. You're gonna hear me say that a lot between this movie and the Bleach movie. What else? Oh, for some reason, Envy's here even though Envy really does nothing at all. And I thought Mustang killed Envy and Lust in the last battle, and he got a lucky shot out on Envy. He did kill Lust though. Either way, Envy could have not been there and the movie wouldn't have been better or suffered in any way. The biggest casualty is Gluttony. Now in the anime, it's not until I don't know how many seasons in that Gluttony does the stomach open up thing where you see the eye and that's how he eats people. But in the movie, this is how Gluttony eats people all the time, and it's not right at all. Mustang didn't feel that important either, except maybe the end. I think that Hughes looked the best and the most accurate, and he only gets one scene of being a great dad before Envy kills him, just like he dies in the anime/manga. There was also not enough setup to make the Tucker thing really hit you in the feels the way it does in the anime. In the movie, Ed and Al arrive and play with his daughter and dog for all of 30 seconds, then Ed goes and has a conversation about whether or not Tucker has any information that can help him figure out how to get Al's body back. Then they go and talk to Marco, and then Lush shows up and kills Marco. Then they go back to Tucker, and he made the chimera out of his daughter and the dog. This is the only moment in the movie that Ed shows how smart he is by figuring it out what Tucker did to create the chimera. So then the state people show up to arrest Tucker while Ed has this slow, sad moment about the situation, which it's obviously what he does in the anime/manga, but it all just feels so rushed in the movie that really only people who have watched or read Fullmetal Alchemist will understand this moment. Another thing is that they blame Mustang for killing Hughes, and then they're in that underground place and Mustang burns Hawkeye, but not really. you know, you people out there familiar with Fullmetal Alchemist will know what I'm talking about here. Then final battle stuff, and of course it ends with Mustang killing Lust by burning the shit out of her like he does in the anime. There's more I could talk about with the characters, but it's the major flaw of the whole movie, and Fullmetal Alchemist is very character driven. Winry was alright in the movie, but whatever reason it was, her hair was not blonde like it is in the anime. Characters that were not in the movie are the Fuhrer, Alex Armstrong, and Scar, to name a few, which they could have been a little more important to the story. So, all that being said, is this movie worth watching? I'd say only if you know Fullmetal Alchemist already and you want to watch it, sure. It's bad and it does a lot wrong, but it is sort of entertaining, and at least to me anyway, it is. So that's going to be all for the Fullmetal Alchemist movie.